Hello, hello. Today I'd like to show you how to create a Christmas gnome. I have noticed that this decoration is quite popular, and when I tried it myself, it's quite easy to create with nail products. So what I'm doing is a hat, tinfoil hat, and then I remove all the packaging from the bottle. Just be careful with the scissors. And then I will clean it with a little bit of wipe, just alcohol and wipe, just to make sure that everything will stick. These magnetic gel polish bottles, it's a black matte background, so everything sticks well anyway, but I just additionally wipe off the glue. Okay, so what I'm using is liquid, acrylic liquid, with a little bit of acetone. And then the acrylic powder that I'm using, it's extreme white. So I just apply here a little bit and let it dry, then cover all the bottom. You can use actually any acrylic. I'm just using a white one because it covers everything better. So all over, cover it on one side, so make sure that the hot foil will stay in position. Then I apply a bit more, so then it covers everything. Because on top of this, I'm going to apply colors. So the colors I have, it's actually a very old collection of acrylic powders from Magnetic, and I never knew what to use it for. And it's slightly transparent. So what I'm going to do later, I will add a little bit of pigment to my liquid, so then it will be covering better. Okay, covering as much as possible. The acrylic dries very quick. It is super easy, guys. You should try it. The sculpture you can use as like maybe a gift for somebody. Okay, so what I'm doing, it's concentrate, magnetic concentrate, just blue pigment, a bit of acrylic liquid and a bit of acetone. Mind the fact that it stinks like hell. Okay, so what I'm using now, it's this glittery powder, and because I'm using colored liquid, I add the pigment to the liquid, the color is a bit darker. The acrylic powder is a little bit transparent, so I can still see through a bit. Oh, it's nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to give my gnome a little bit of decoration. This piece of paper, it's a piece from where the nail forms were stick on. So one side is more glossy and one side is more like that you can draw on. So these braids are drawn on one side, and then on the glossy side I'm working here with white acrylic powder. Of course I have to clean the glass with the liquid, because I'm not using blue anymore. And when you clean the tapping dish, the glass, of course remember to clean the brush as well, because there's loads of pigment left usually in the brush. Okay, so here I'm working on the details and the braids. I'm just trying to make them as nice as possible, but don't worry, that is just decoration, so you can also fix it when you apply it on the bottle too. Making a little gap in between the parts, the hair parts, you can call it. And as you see, it's maybe not so visible, but you know what I'm doing. So applying, but it's not like separating them completely, because then I'm gonna lift the whole thing and apply it on the bottle. And then after that I can also, like you see now, then I can still work with that. It's a little bit sticky when it's still fresh, so it just sticks like that. And then I take a little bit of white acrylic and apply it on top and on the bottom, so it stays in place. And then the mustache. It's exactly the same way. I draw it on one side and then work with it on the other side. Of course, the more details you work with, the nicer it will look. And so what I'm doing, I'm applying a little bit of more acrylic over them, and it creates more curvature. Then also the tip of the hair, and then the same on the other side. Then I work with the mustache, and I apply a little bit of acrylic here, and that's the way I glue it on. With the acrylic, of course. Then I apply more white acrylic all over here. I use white or any other color acrylic, like it could be also camouflage, because then I don't use as much of the colored acrylic. And now I'm making the hat. So as you see, I apply a big ball on one side and then just blend it towards the top. And then at the back he will have slightly bigger hat, so it covers his back a little bit more, like this. And then he's ready for the next step. And now it's time to use the red acrylic. I covered the whole hat. I make sure I start from the edge where I color as much as possible, but don't worry, because later I'm gonna cover the bottom of the hat a little bit with black, so then the hat is more defined and the edge is more visible. So I give it one coat of red acrylic and then I'll cover it again, just all over. And then I want to make a nose, so that's my rough sketch, and I will use camouflage. Okay, so I have my sketch, and of course I'm making it in smaller scale. So that's the step-by-step for the nose. That's the first part, and then the sides. Just applied a little bit of height, and then a bigger ball, and then when you put your brush inside, you can make the holes of the nose, like this. I let it dry, and then I apply more in the middle. Then I will apply again a bit of acrylic here, so the nostril will be close on that side. And you can almost see the holes. This is my way of doing nose at this moment. Yeah, I'm sure there are other ways as well. I tried it this way, and I wanted just one big nose. Very quick. Later I add a little bit of brownish acrylic. It's actually called Witchcraft Brown, and yeah, and I will just color with the wet acrylic a little bit inside, so create a shadow, and then a side of the nose as well, so it will be shadow on the side of here. Maybe do it on the bottom as well. Then I pick it up and I apply it here. Now he looks like a cat more than a gnome, but I fill it in, this gap, with camouflage acrylic, and I apply the nose. There it is, almost finished. I apply a little bit more of acrylic underneath, so it's not so flat, because the nose was created on a piece of paper, so it's a little bit flat. So I have here I'm applying a little bit more of camouflage, and it looks more like it's from this part of sculpture. And yeah, it's more details and it looks better. Of course, you could probably do it on the sculpture itself rather than on the paper. A little bit more shadows. And here a bit of black. This is a very wet brush. And as you see, I just apply slightly and then I brush it in the braids. So he gets a little bit of shadows in there, and here a little bit of more brown, so also more definition for his mustache. And here is the black underneath, the black shadow. And as you see, the hat is more defined. Of course you don't have to do it, I just play a lot with details. And almost done, I will apply more red acrylic all over his hat, and then it's finished. I'll start from the top. And of course you could use different colors as well, and you could apply top coat over, but I didn't do it. I think without the top coat it looks nice and matte. At the end you can create some little Christmas trees or presents, and also attach to the gnome so he has more Christmassy look. I'm just giving an example of what could be done. Well, I leave him like this for the moment. I hope you liked the video and you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think about it, and let me know what else would you like me to try on a Gelpolish bottle. Plenty of them, so I'm happy to give it more tries with different looks, different sculptures. Here applying a little bit more, so it looks like the hat actually is covering his nose rather than the nose attached to the figure. And just all over. The big brush that I'm using, it's a Prestige acrylic brush, number 10. And here filling all the spots. I want this hat to be more red than pink. All the products are available at magneticisland.com, and you're more than welcome. If you have any questions, please let me know at magneticisland@gmail.com, or you can message me or comment below. Thank you for watching. Bye!